What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be a collective reading, so eat the meat, spit out the bones, take what resonate, and leave the rest behind. Alright guys, so during the pre-shuffle, we're going to pull some of the Osho Zen Tarot cards. I got Ripeness here and Past Lives that came out. So, I think what this means is you are ready for something here, and maybe this is something that you have been continuously building from past lives. You definitely have some type of ancient soul here, where you may have gone through certain missions or certain lessons and picking up things around like love and self-worth, really. And in this lifetime, yeah, I feel like we are the world. Here you are learning how to integrate all of those lessons that you have learned. To me, we are the world. This represents an aspect of unity mind, of, you have a collective, conscious experience here from your past lives that you are integrating in this current life to kind of like help you navigate what's about to come towards you here. Because collective, if you vibe with the Aries or Gemini videos, then you definitely are walking towards abundance. You're definitely going to be someone here with the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck and the Page of Pentacles. Your ideas, your thoughts, your ambition, your drive is going to take off in ways that you maybe never would have expected here. 9 of Cups here. So a wish fulfillment is coming true. Like, you are working to make your dreams come true. It's not like, oh, this is just falling out of the sky and into my lap. Like, no, like, you have put in the work to get to where you are. And I feel like there's also this level of, I don't want to say fear, because that's too strong, but just concern around people trying to sabotage maybe the things that you've built. Yeah. With the Devil in reverse here, I feel like you've really walked away from situations, attachments, vibrational energies, people even, that have tried to keep you in this devil mindset of, oh, you're not good enough, you're nothing without us, no man has his own island, like, you can't do this without people, you need us, you can't do this, da, 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 da. But what I'm seeing is the Ten of Pentacles, or the Ten of Swords and the Page of Pentacles here, is you have survived from some type of betrayal here. And the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups here. So this could have even been from your own family. This could have been, you have a divine masculine, or just a masculine energy here. The King of Cups is very cold, very calculated, emotionally withdrawing and distant here. Like someone who, they only love you when you're doing something good. The 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. And you're someone who craves your independence, right? Like, you're not going to tolerate people not... It's not that you need people to support you, or you even care if they do or not, because you have the 9 of Cups or the 9 of Pentacles energy where, like, I'm going to get whatever I want and, live this life of luxury and abundance here. And then the Ace of Swords is like you having the skills, you having the universal, like, go ahead to do that. Like, whatever you're going to do, whatever you're doing, it's going to pay off here. And you got 2, this could be like your parents, family, someone here. These 2 people don't even have to be related, but it's like these parental like energies, or these familial energies that is somewhat supportive, but also a little, I just heard embarrassed. The King of Cups could be embarrassed that they didn't pour into you more enough, that they're concerned with how you're going to respond to what happens after you get your blessings. So this is the parent or family member or anyone who they didn't really like think much of you or pour into you. 444 here. They didn't try to build a stable connection or a bond with you. They didn't see any value towards you. I'm not trying to be rude or mean or like blunt. I'm just really wanting you to understand that, like, these people can be part of your family, and it could explain a lot of the reasons why we end up dating people who are no good for us, because we're used to being treated poorly. So when you don't have a good sense of self because the people who were supposed to be pouring into you were too busy doing other shit, they weren't worried about you, they weren't trying to pour into you or build you up. Compromise. Yeah, this is definitely family. These people here, they didn't do any of that. They didn't want to compromise. Now they want to compromise, but back then they didn't want to do all that. This is a parent or a parental figure, or even family in general, siblings even, who, whatever you do don't seem to really matter. Whatever you do, it doesn't really, they don't want to support you for some reason. I don't know why, but this Page of Wands, now they want to come back towards you. Aries, Leo, Sag energy, fire energy here. Doesn't have to be a fire sign, but this is someone here who wants to maybe take some type of step towards you. But with the Devil in reverse, I feel like you have removed yourself, or you're removing yourself, liberating yourself from these energies. Like, this is like the energy of like, oh, well, you know, that's my family, you know, they're going to always be there for me, so I don't really need to, you know, do too much for them because they're going to always be there. But in reality, no, you won't. Exactly, the Fool. And I love this energy for you, collective, because you are on a new beginning. You are not afraid to stand up to these people anymore. You do not need these people to make you feel good about yourself. First of all, they never tried to make you feel good about yourself. You had to learn how to do that on your own. And I think it's the energy of like, you may have always carried yourself a certain way, so people thought that you were better than them, and because they projected their insecurities onto you, they didn't want to pour into you, not realizing that they were just creating their own turmoil. It's an example of what they call it, a self-fulfilling prophecy. They didn't feel worthy to be in your energy, so they kind of pulled back, thinking that you would reject them, not understanding that, like, these are your family members, these are your loved ones, these are people that you had genuine love for, but they didn't want to pour into you because they were afraid that you would reject them. So they, you know, they call themselves, they're going to beat you to the punch. But in reality, all they did was they just blocked their access to someone who is divinely guided here. Because the Fool to the Devil in reverse, you have overcame a lot of toxicities within your own self. That energy in itself of being rejected by your own family, of feeling unworthy, of feeling unlovable, like that does something to a person. So yeah, you may appear to be someone who has their shit together, someone who appears to be well off and do everything the right way, blah, 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 blah. But when you grow up feeling like everything you do is wrong, it doesn't matter how much wealth, how much success, how many men, women, people, money, whatever you have, if the people who were supposed to have been there from the day one weren't there, it can really create a lot of fucking trouble in people. That's why we have these celebrities and these famous people who are out here trying to conquer the world because their parents thought they were going to be a loser, because they thought they were stupid, because they didn't pour into them. And I'm not trying to make excuses for people and their poor behaviors, but I'm just saying, you know, that explains some of the bullshit that we see in the world. Now, it doesn't justify it. Nothing will justify it, because you have been someone who recognized these patterns and you've done the work to start healing. Yeah, the four of wands and the 7 of wands, I'm laughing because you got stability. And 7 plus 4 is 11, that's justice. So, your justice is the fact that you from a very early age, from a very early point in your life, knew what time it was from the get-go. Like, oh, now the Knight of Pentacles and Page of Cups. So these people have been trying to walk towards you for a very long time, but they have been at a standstill because this Page of Cups probably is just your energy. They want to offer you this Knight of Pentacles, and maybe it's a little bit of money, maybe it's something that they feel like they owe you. But the Page of Cups is you, and I feel like maybe you just, it's like, oh, thank you for this Thank you for this gift 20 years later. I'm going to put it right here in the china cabinet. And, okay, well, I will see you at Christmas. Now, bye. You know, like, they want more. Oh, yeah, because this is the energy of somebody who, it's over. The World in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. This could be a lover. This divine masculine energy, this Emperor in reverse energy, this is someone here who rules with an iron fist. They wanted things to be done their way. And because you don't operate on your time, you operate on God's time, divine time. So they can fuck off smoothly. Eight of Wands here and the Six of Wands. So, yeah, this person, they're going to have to walk away with their head, like, they're just going to have to walk away defeated. Because, no. Yeah, just no. You can't do wrong by somebody and then get upset that they don't want to keep messing with you after you apologize. Like, apologies don't give people automatic access. Like, do they not understand that? You can't just do something wrong and then apologize and then we act like we don't go back to the exact same spot that where we were. Like, and you can't get mad if somebody chooses not to forgive you. And I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to cross watchers, 1111. Because you're the one, I'm not saying you're not choosing to forgive them. Forgiveness doesn't necessarily gain access back into your energy space, right? Like, you can forgive somebody and want nothing to do with them. Like, that is completely normal. As a matter of fact, here, what does clipboard say? You're not unforgiving, you're finished. You were never asking too much, you were asking the wrong person. And you don't owe anybody access to your life because of a familiarity. Forgiveness does not require access. These were things that I have written down from this video I watched called They Hurt You on Purpose. If you would like, I could pause it. If you could read my chicken scratch. And then you could read these for yourselves. But, you know, it's like, and they'll be like, oh, well, you changed. You didn't change. You woke up. You're not cold. You're cautious. You're not distant. You're discerning. The version of them may have never existed outside your imagination. Let me say that one more time because I need to hear this. The version of them may have never existed outside your imagination. Don't pay attention to apologies, pay attention to patterns. So just because somebody tells you sorry, it don't mean that they actually really have contrition. It don't mean that they really feel bad about what they did. And the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Cups here, this person, you have to be very, very discerning here. Because there are people who I believe will want to come into this Ten of Cups with you only for their own personal gain. Like, I don't know what you're about to do. I don't know what you're doing. But the glow up is glowing up. You don't owe anybody access to you just because of a familiarity. And this Devil in reverse, you're liberating yourself from this attachment, this trauma bond, whatever this is, in love and marriage, family, work, whatever it is. Ace of Wands, you are so unbothered here, and that is what is the best part about this reading, is because in spite of all the things that these people have done to you, you continue to rise, you continue to be your better self, you continue to show up authentically, genuinely, with an open heart. And people will call you stupid, people will call you dumb, people will call you every name in the book except for what you really are, which is a spirit of unconditional love. And some people think unconditional love means you lack boundaries because of the nature. It is from low vibrational, manipulative ass people who have gotten what they wanted from people, knowing damn well that they had every intentions to re-victimize and to re-hurt them again. But with the Two of Pentacles and the Sun here, I was going to flip this, but I'm glad I saw this. You are balancing out the things in your life that are important, that bring you joy, because your happiness, your vitality, your youthfulness, your energy is so much more so much more important, and you need to protect it from people here who, in my opinion, they live for chaos and drama. Like, they function off of chaos. They get what they want by keeping people confused and in the dark. This is a guy who will play with women's minds and have 2 or 3 different girlfriends, and you know, and they don't mind telling you. They think because they're up front, they love that you get jealous. They want you to feel some kind of way. Like, I'm telling you, people are so manipulative, and they're so... Okay, let me tell you a little story real quick. Real quick. So, over the summer, this one person I was talking to, you know, we tried to, you know, hang out, whatever. But I wasn't trying to do anything, and then they got upset, and they want to like, storm off, like, I'm going home. And at first I was like, no. I was like, no. I just watched this Mel Robbins video. It's called Lit Them, which is also kind of controversial because, like, where that came from. Did she rip it off from somebody else? Who knows? I don't know. But the senses of it's called Lit Them. If someone wants to go, lit them. Don't chase after anybody. Don't try to make someone stay. If you want to leave because you're upset, then go. You know, this isn't prison. You're not forced to be here. You can leave. You didn't get what you want. You didn't care about what I wanted. So you didn't get what you want. So now it's time to go. So you don't really care about me. You only care about getting your needs met. You only care about getting what you want out of the situation, out of the connection. So you don't really fuck with me. You just want to use me. And I didn't get angry. I didn't do any of that. Oh, no, come back. The next day, you know, they hit me up because we already made plans prior to hang out. And they came over, but the whole energy was different, right? They're on their phone. They're like openly telling me, like, oh yeah, look at this person. Like, yeah. Look at this person. Look at that body. Look, aren't they so cute? Aren't they so hot? And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh, okay, he's trying to like make me feel jealous or something. I'm like, and I'm sitting there like, damn, like I'm what, 35 years old, 34, 35, and I'm still dealing with people who act like this, and you're like, what, 37, 38? And that shit did not faze me at all. I knew exactly what was going on. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to play along because I'm a Pisces. And people think just because I'm not like super aggressive. I'm like very like nonchalant, very like chill with it. Like I'm just like a chill dude. But also like I'm very intuitive and I'm very smart. And I'm never going to, you know, show you all my cards. Like I know how to play poker. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, okay, cool, you know, whatever. A couple of days go by, and then something else happens. And then that's when I had this is when, like, this shit hit the fan. Because I was just like, you want to come over and hang out? They're like, fuck no. And trying to, like, you know, like, turn me down, reject me or something. And I was like, you know what? I'm over this. I'm done. I don't want to be, this isn't cool anymore. They're like, oh my God, like, you are just so, like, obsessive. I just said no, and, like, all of a sudden, you're trying to be, I said no, like, you're trying to play games. And I, like, pinpointed everything they did. I was like, you got upset the night that it didn't go down, so you got angry, went to throw a little hissy fit and left. Then you come back, and then you started showing me all these different things, basically trying to make a point that, like, I can go out and get what I want from somebody else, and I don't need you to get my needs met. And I was, like, cool with that. So it's like, I'm not angry at you. I'm just disappointed that like you're still playing like these stupid games. And I had thought that like I had met somebody who was more mature. It's just really disappointing. I hit them with that parent, like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. And I'm telling you, them little 3 dots was just a typing, delete. And I just was like, you know, moving forward, you know, like, I don't need to talk to you anymore. Like, this is, like, you know, I wish you the best. I'm not angry, but, like, I'm just not going to, like, put up with people who just try to, like, you know, put me down and all this stuff, And, you know, I probably should have just never talked to them the first night they walked out and stormed off like a little baby. But, you know, I was trying to be nice. They were also intoxicated, so I was like, maybe he was just drunk. Man, I don't know. Queen of Cups in reverse. Codependent-ass energy. These people want you to be in a codependent spot because you're not anymore. So they're going to try to find ways to trap you, to make you feel insecure, to make you feel codependent, to make you feel like you need them because they need your validation. Because these are people, and I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes some people, for whatever reason, you know, they will, it's very predatory. They like almost, observe people before they approach them or whatever, and they try to create a I don't know, I don't have a predator mindset, so I don't know exactly how they think, but from what I can deduce is they do little things to see if you will, go along with it. Like test your boundaries is what they call it. The test your boundaries. Are you going to let them, do things that you don't feel comfortable doing? Are you going to let them, take advantage of you? And I'm a very compassionate and giving person. Like, I love to cook. I love to make food for people. And so, like, you come over, I'm going to feed you. And, like, they turn that shit up. And I'm just a very nice, kind person. And I don't be wanting nothing from nobody but, like, good company and friendship. And some people, they love to fuck up a good thing because they ain't never had nobody be honest and nice to them. So I kind of look at it like, wow, you're really immature and you just, like, lost out on someone who was genuine to you. But taught me something. Be very careful who you give to. So the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 Wheel of Fortune is here. So not only are you walking towards this legacy with someone here who is going to actually be a decent, kind person that wants to build with you, something that isn't just, for the summer or a nighttime. This is someone who wants to have all the things possible: a family, a legacy, nice cars, houses, all that good shit that people are supposed to want, right? Blah, 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 blah. Or whatever stability and legacy looks like to you, abundance. The Wheel of Fortune is like, the time is here. It's coming. And it's time for you to bring it in. Like, it's here. And there's someone here with this Justice in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. Ooh, they're going to be upset. This is the Justice in reverse. Their karma is the fact that they have to, like, heal on their own. And you won't be there to help them. You were someone who was willing to, even if it kind of set you back a little bit, you were willing to kind of, like, go out your way to help people. And Spirit was like, no, we're not doing that. We're not fucking doing that. We're going to, like, Because now the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, this codependent user-ass energy. Oh, and you know how I said the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups? Look, now we got the King of Cups with the Five of fucking Pentacles in reverse. So that King and Queen who were once together, trying to, like, tag team you, they didn't broke up. This person's financially recovering from, like, economic loss, health, all that shit. And this person over here, all their money is fucked up. They energetically did not pour into you. The Queen of Cups in reverse with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, she's not getting her meal ticket. This gold digger is not getting her meal ticket anymore. And this dude then lost all his money. So whoever your ex was dealing with, the well has ran dry. They are broke. They are not getting your person. Now this is for the females who are dealing with men. Your masculine, he left you for a female or another feminine energy who ended up being a gold digger. They did not reciprocate to him, and as a result, he is now, like, being like, he's financially trying to recover from whatever the fuck he lost. And she was a codependent loser who couldn't give anything. She had nothing to offer. But here you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. But you know what? That's all justice. That's their karmic justice. And all they could do is sit back with the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords and be blocked. And try to act all, they may try to be a little, I don't want to say they're going to be, like, aggressive towards you, but they definitely are upset with themselves. They should be. They may project it onto you, but they really upset with themselves for how they treated you, because when they were in your energy, they never tried to be kind to you. They never tried to do anything for you. They only wanted to take from you, and then they ended up being taken advantage of. That's what I'm seeing. And with this Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles, you're headed towards something here that is going to change your life for the rest of your life. And it's going to be beautiful. And it won't involve any of these people here who try to manipulate you, who try to triangulate you into some situation that you didn't want to be in. Ain't go happen, Captain. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you are celebrating. You are walking into this time of merriment. You're going to be having fun. It's finna be nice outside after this little snowstorm. Like, I hope y'all are safe wherever y'all are watching this from. I just got back from the grocery store and it was a hot ass mess. I was in there for like at least 45 minutes. I didn't. When I say I am ready. Okay, I got all the foods and supplies. I hope y'all are safe. I hope y'all somewhere warm. I hope y'all power don't go out, because how you gonna watch me if your power go out? No, how you gonna keep your house warm? That's more important. How you gonna get your food and keep your food cool? Well, put that shit outside for real. But hopefully, I hope you guys are safe. I hope you all find, some peace this week in the midst all the bullshit that's about to be coming our way. But this winter happens. Hopefully, it'll be over soon. Hopefully, it's not as bad as everyone thinks. All right. Ooh, the Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, and I'm not saying like this didn't hurt you. You're healing. You're still healing. 3 and 3. You are really doing some personal growth, some healing, and all of that. Because, yeah, as much as you're having fun, you've had to learn how to set boundaries, how to tell people no, how to be okay with walking away from people here. Maybe, right now you are sitting already with the 9 of Pentacles here. Like, you are just ready for the world. But your past lives and the We Are the World card here as well, you're definitely someone who has accumulated a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom over lifetimes, whether you know it or not or realize it or not. And the 6 of Pentacles here, the 6 of Rainbow with the Compromise card, is all about you knowing how to equally give and take. And that's all you want is reciprocity. You want to be with someone, you want to have connections, relationships, platonic, romantic, however, that are going to be mutually beneficial, where you're getting something out of it just as much as they are. And it doesn't necessarily have to be money. You know what I mean? But it's just like you don't want to feel being taken advantage of. You want to know how to live in harmony. Ooh, consciousness. Gemini got this earlier too. You know, this is a very interesting card, consciousness. To me, it signifies everything coming together. Consciousness. Consciousness is the Ace of Clouds. Okay, so consciousness signifies the Ace of Swords. So yeah, so this is just you in a nutshell. Basically, like, you have control over your mind. You can manifest new abundances. Abundances? Okay, that's not a word. You're able to manifest abundance. You're able to whatever. I don't feel like doing all that. If you focus on what you want to achieve and focus on what you want to expand on, don't let the past continue to keep you stuck, and basically integrate the information that you've learned from past lives. And I think you're doing that naturally, but there's a way, if you focus and you just really think about, like, why am I into certain things? Like, for me as a kid, like I've always been interested in like Greek mythology and like mythologies of different, but especially Greek mythology. And, and I've always like, why? I'm not Greek or anything. And I've always wondered, like, what was it about me that's always been interested in that? Like, my favorite movie as a little kid was Hercules. So, and the more I looked into figure it out, I was like, oh, like, you've always had like this like divine connection, like this divine feeling about yourself. Success. 6 of Wands. You are divinely guided, and you have always known that you will be successful. You've never, see, people have always tried to humble you, regardless of what you look like, regardless of what you do for a living. You're not somebody who is out here like, the thing with you is you love yourself, and a lot of people don't even like themselves, but you love yourself. Now, people have always tried to step on that and get in your mind, and maybe they've been successful here. But there is this innate beauty of you having like this level of self-love that is just so, it should be inspiring. In spite of all the shit that people have put you through, it could be your family, it could have been just whatever. Like, justice for you was leaving this karmic cycle. People around you, and it was part of your karma. For I don't know what you did in the past life, bitch. You must have not been such a great person, and that's okay. The Queen of Cups and the World card here. You've learned how to transmute whatever hateful intentions you may have once harbored in the past. You've learned how to alchemize that into love, into compassion, into forgiveness, in a way that most people probably will never get to. 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. You are so focused on creating a stable, loving future for yourself and your loved ones. And the people who have fumbled you, the people who have betrayed you, the people who have tried to continue to the litany of, injustices against you, are really pissed off. This is like someone who, there's the world again, yeah, the fool in the world. You are done playing with people in low vibrational energies. Like, you can't do it anymore. You can't. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords in reverse, you are literally cutting people off who are not going to be, like, you're confusing the hell out of them. You really are. And it could be confusing because, like, you're in this energy, like, you're trying to determine who is for you and who is not. And you're wondering, like, why I keep going over here. I want you to see the evil eye right here. So this is the new evil eye painting I have. So it's going to be in the videos because I want to make sure that these cross watchers know that we are catching on to your manipulation tactics. We are no longer going to let you betray us, and that energy will be revoked swiftly and quickly. This collective is protected, and you will not be allowed to come in here and cross watcher and create a mockery on this channel. You will not be allowed to do that. Not for me, not for the viewers, not for anybody who watches these videos with the genuine intention of learning and gaining clarity. I'm here to practice and preach clarity. I'm not here to, give you manipulation tactics. 2 of Pentacles in reverse and the Hierophant here. Yeah. Like, you can't fake spirituality. Your shit is in balance. Not collective. Cross-watcher. For those who are cross-watching, and I don't think there's a lot. And what's a cross-watcher? A cross-watcher is someone who watches for someone else. So let's say I'm dealing with a Cancer. I'm watching Cancer videos to see what's going on in Cancer's world. That's cross-watching. I can't decide who watches a video or not. But if I'm a Pisces and I'm watching Cancer videos because I'm dealing with a Cancer, I'm trying to see how I'm showing up and they reading. That's cross-watching. Okay, so some of y'all may not know. I don't know. Yeah, somebody here was not spiritually they were not spiritually balanced. They may not even, or they just weren't organized, and they're trying to get to that point. They're trying to, yeah. Ooh. And you know what? Here's the thing, though. You celebrating, and they got to walk away with their tail tucked between their legs. You know what I mean? Like, you are having the time of your life, and on the outside you're having fun, but it does hurt. It does hurt. These people are trying to act like they the ones out here celebrating, and they living it up, but really they're trying to avoid their feelings. They're trying to avoid their pain. That's what 8 wands plus 8 cups plus 3 cups. That's 11. That's justice. Yeah. So this person, once again, their justice is they have to watch you walk away. They wanted to be out here hoeing around and partying and not wanting to point to you. They didn't want to do you right. They didn't want to invest in you. This is a parent who was absent for most of your life, but now they sick. They want to come back and they want you to wipe their ass before they die. And you like, girl, boy, Nick, nah, you better take your ass to Shady Pines. The fuck? You don't get to be absent in somebody's life. You don't get to mistreat people because you they parent or their sibling or whatever your relationship is. And just based off of that relationship connection alone, think that you could do whatever you want. That is not cool. The High Priest is in reverse. This person intuitively has no fucking sense of polarity or balance or anything like that, because this person does not believe in spirituality. This person did not listen to their intuition. This person was called and they were told to treat you better, but they did not want to do that because it interfered with their drinking, it interfered with their smoking, it interfered with their promiscuity. It interfered with that. This person knows that you were the love of their life, that they were supposed to treat you better, and they did not protect you, they did not fortify you, they did not want to offer you anything that was going to make your life easier. And now this bitch is watching you with the Page of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Swords. They want to come in and tell you all this bullshit, in my opinion, with the Knight of Swords. But your angels is on their ass like, why don't you just... So this person could be actively trying to figure out how to get unblocked, trying to figure out how to get into your energy. But your guides, your spirit team, whomever, is like, no, they got their foot on that motherfucker's neck and they are not letting up. Okay, when I tell you this person can't, this person want to come figure out where you live, car won't start. They want to call you, you got a new number. You know what I mean? Like this person cannot find you. They want to find you on Facebook. The people around them don't even have access to you. Some of them. And if they do, they like, man, you know what? You kind of need to move on from that. You need to just leave collective alone. They don't really seem to be wanting much from you, so kind of like just go ahead and leave them alone. Yeah, and that's what they're realizing. You're healing and you're starting to see the truth of what this is. That this was a karmic cycle with someone here who was supposed to have been your love, but they didn't want to do that. So now you got someone else coming with the King of Swords and the Star card here. This is somebody here who actually does care about you. Gotta pull her back because her tatas are out. But this is somebody here who wants to be with you. This is somebody who is, they're not playing no games. This is the King of Swords. He knows they are driven. They cut through the bullshit. They know what they want. Hey, you know, I'm interested in talking to you. Like, you know, is there any way we can get together over the weekend or a couple of weekends or something from now and, like, you know, maybe grab something to eat, go see a movie, just hang out and see if the vibe is right. And here's the Star card because you have this star-ass energy. They see you as a hope, a beacon of inspiration, like a breath of fresh air even. You're someone who knows how to pour into yourself and into others. You know how to take and give. And this other person, the Queen of Cups now, the person who was the codependent person stuck in someone else, they hurt because they know that you are the real person that this person wanted to be with. Like, your ex-person's person that they're with, they're starting to figure out like your ex isn't over you. They're still stuck on you, but they with them. And they hate you for that. But there's nothing you can do about it because you don't want them up again anyway. Five of Pentacles. They're moving on too. Maybe they want to apologize for how they did shit with you. Oh, the King of Cups in reverse and Ten of Pentacles. I told you this ex-person, they want this abundance with you. But they're not going to get it. They fucked up. They was they were running around trying to figure out who they was going to knock down and do all this shit with. But now that you are going towards your Ten of Pentacles, now they want to find theirs, and they thought it was going to be with somebody else, but they realized that you were the key, that they were not in a good vibration, so that's why they got pulled away. That's why Spirit had to put that Jezebel in front of them, because Spirit knew that they would be distracted. And yes, it would hurt your feelings. Yes, it was going to hurt you. But you needed to see it before the lotto ticket hit, because that motherfucker was going to be entitled to some of that money had it not. Now you ain't got to split that shit with that motherfucker. Now you can keep all that shit for yourself. Now you can enjoy the fruits of your labor all on your own. You are going towards the Page of Cups. This person is going towards a spiral. You don't have to be with somebody who does not make you feel good, who does not treat you, or who does not talk to you well. And you will not get the blessing until this person is out and this person is gone, and if it's up and it's stuck, they stuck in They stuck being on the outside. That's what they get. That's what they deserve. It's what they deserve. Because they know what they did. They did shit on purpose. They try to pit you against other people. They try to triangulate you. They try to make you feel insecure and jealous. They try to get you trapped into a place where you would never want to be without them. Not knowing that they were going to turn around and feel the exact same way that they tried to make you feel. And now you could give not one fucking fourth of a fuck about this person. Literally, you could not give a fourth of a fuck. Sorry, I've been watching way too much Empress T44. That's my girl. That is my girl. You got something better. And it's not even because you got a new man or a new woman or a new job. It's because you feel better about yourself. And you know all of that shit on the external don't mean nothing if you don't feel good about what the person you see in the mirror look like every morning. If you don't like what you see when you wake up in the morning, that's a fucked up day. This person can't stand look at themselves because they know what they did. They have to live with that, knowing that they hurt somebody that they supposedly was supposed to care about. And that this person, it didn't even fucking work. How toxic is that? You literally claim to love somebody, but you was intentionally trying to hurt them. What a sick fucking person. And now with the Three of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Swords in reverse, you're starting to understand that, like, damn, like, that is a fucked up person. To sit up in my face, smile in my face, say that you love me, but you actively are doing things to hurt me. That's not fucking love. That's manipulation. Limerence at best on your end. And you couldn't have loved them either because they didn't love themselves. And you honestly was still learning how to fucking work through your own broken heart. From the people who betrayed you from childhood, from your parents, from your family members, from your siblings, from your aunts, uncles, cousins, whoever hurt you, whoever was not there for you. You kept running into relationships with people who are not healed because you weren't healed either. And you stopped doing that and you figured it out real fucking quick, by the way. It takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. That just popped into my head. Love don't love nobody. Love only loves self because there's only self-love. And once you love yourself, then you'll understand that the love that I have for myself will then spill over to those that I see, because once you love somebody, you see them as a part of yourself, and you would never want to hurt them. This person didn't give a fuck about you because they don't give a fuck about them. And with this say 1717, let go of the past. You've learned to let go of the past. It's time to release the weight of the past and embrace the new opportunities ahead. Trust your instincts, especially if you feel called to lead others, as the universe is guiding and supporting you in this journey. So you're learning to let go of the past, because at the end of the day, yes, this shit was painful. Yes, this shit annoys the shit out of you, and you probably don't even want to keep talking about this motherfucker. But if it wasn't for this opportunity that you experienced with this person, you wouldn't be where you are today. You would be stuck in a situation where you are not being treated with love and compassion. And because you had the balls, or the whatever, cojones, the ovaries, to walk away from this person, you shut down their manipulative tactics. You showed the other people around them how fucking toxic they are. And now you're going to be rewarded, and you are healing, and you're going to find abundance here coming up. If you're struggling financially or emotionally due to changes in your life or relationships, your angels want you to know that these difficulties are temporary and also an opportunity for growth. You keep doing what you're doing, man, woman, them. You keep doing what you're doing, because it is getting exceptionally better for you every day. I don't know what it is, but keep doing it. And these people cannot be a part of it. I don't give a fuck how much you love them. I don't give a fuck how much they did for you, how much they try to fucking make it seem like they did for you. They were pulled out of your life regardless. Excuse me. 1 second. They were pulled out of your life. Excuse me. Because they was doing some nefarious, backhanded, shady shit behind the scenes. And you deserve so much better. And it took them It took you leaving them for you to understand that you deserve better. Last card, and then we're going to get off of here. 66. Don't worry. I love that. That's a good way to end. 44 was just on the clock. If you've been consumed by worry, fear, or concerns about the physical world, it's time to shift your focus. Move from stressing over material needs to joyful pursuing your soul's mission with optimism. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You got your whole angel team. You got your ancestors. You got God. You got shit. You got everybody on your side, okay? Everybody is on your side. They friends is on your side. They're like, man, you know you did collective wrong. Don't even act like that. Why you keep calling them a bitch? Like, you was the one that was being a bitch, nigga. Like, you was the one that was playing in their fucking face. Like, you got they friends mad at them now. Like, they homeboys is like, nigga, you was the one that, you was the problem. You still the fucking problem. You ain't been with her in, what, 5 years, and you still talk about that bitch? I'm sick of hearing about her. You know, they crashing on their friends now. Because you got a little channel, because you doing this now, because you ain't fucking with them no more, because you got a new man, because you got a new car. These people are crashing the fuck out because they can't get access to you, because they don't need access to you. Ooh. They got a little personal, okay? They got a little personal right there. I apologize. Pull it back some. But yeah, that was all I got for you. You know, last two cards fell out was keep going and gratitude. So 938-8585. So keep going, don't give up on yourself, and you know, just say, what's that one song from Beyonce? What goes around comes back. Best thing I never had. This is the best thing you never had, for real, for real. And I know it can be a little heartbreaking sometimes, but you need to know this is the best thing you never had. So if you made it all the way to the end, I want you to drop down. What goes around comes back around. Look at me trying to be real, yo. Come on. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. Also, guys, if you want to book a personal reading, I am changing my website to the Acuity, however the fuck you say it. It's a new booking site. It lets you select different types of readings, where the Google booking. It's still open. It still works. So if you have that, you can still use that. But it only makes like 30-minute slots. So some people want like an hour or 15 minutes or whatever you want. So it's a little more customizable and designed to be more, you know, user friendly. Or you want to just email me because, you know, you don't feel like doing all that. That's fine. That's cool. You know, my email address will be in the description box below. I really like this reading, y'all. I'm going to need y'all to hype this video up. I really, really, really support. I really, really, really want to be able to, you know, grow this channel, this community. And if you guys are content creators too, like, you know, let me know what y'all do so I can follow y'all, because I want to help those that help me as well. So this is a team effort here, and this is a community. We're here to support and build up each other. All right? I'm not just, you know, I don't want just subs. I want to make a community. So, as always, I love you guys. Until next time, drink water, be safe, and peace.